Good morning, Year 12s. Today we're looking at standard normal distributions. So, last video we looked at normal distributions that could be heights, weights, almost anything that had a standard deviation of, say, weights might be 75, mean might be 75 for weights, standard deviation might be 5. And that way we can predict the percentage of the population within a certain number of standard deviations. Now we're going to look at comparing different normal distributions. And one very clever technique to do this is called standard normal distribution. That's our title. So don't copy this first bit down, but I just want to try and spell out a problem to you. In 2013, people say, further method spec, same as they did this year. Relative to the student cohort, which is better? A 36 in further, a 40 in methods, or a 44 in spec? Now you might think 44 in spec would be really nice, and yes, it would be. But remember, compared to the student cohort average was 41 rather. So 44 is only less than 3 above it. Getting 36 in further is far above the further score. And then we need to consider the standard deviations. So how much of each of them spread? I'll give you some indication before we go into standard normal. Further maths would look like this. Once again, a terrible drawing, with 27.9 here. Now we're told that there is a standard deviation of 7, so down here would be 20.9, up here would be 34.9. So if you've scored 36 in further, you're about here. Meaning that's 34% here, and everything this way is 50%. You've beaten over 84%. You're not falling on a standard deviation marker, so you don't know exactly how much, but you've beaten over 84%. So we're thinking beating about 84% of the students. Let's look at these others. Methods. Methods would look like this. Oh, it's like a wave, not a curve. Not a lot better, but let's go with it. Alright, methods has a 35.1 and then 8.5. So that's a mean of 35.1, take off 8.5, 26.6. And 43.6. So if you've scored a 40 in methods, you might think you're doing pretty well. But really, a 40's landed you here. Methods, further, and let's look at spec. So you've beaten certainly 50%, that's good, and then not quite 34. So let's say you've beaten 60, 70%. We're not sure, but to be certain, further's still winning. Let's look at spec. Once again, a terrible wave. Spec's mean is 41.3. Add 8 on is 49.5. Take 8 off. Christ, 41.3. Alright, so scoring a 44 in spec barely gets you halfway up here. It would put you there. So in terms of beating a percentage of the cohort, you can say that further has beaten over 85%, or certainly over 84%. Methods, not as good. Spec, less good again. Let's look at that via the standard normal distribution. So a standard normal distribution is a normal distribution with a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1. So it's the easiest one in the world to draw. I don't need a calculator for it, which is gorgeous because I have 0, 1, 2, 3, neg 1, neg 2, neg 3. Alright. And how do we use this? Well, coming back to our question, we're going to calculate the z-score for each of them. sorry, should mention something else. To convert a normal distribution to a standard normal distribution, we calculate the z-score. And to do so, we use this formula, where this is mean, standard deviation, and this is score given, or from original distribution. So, we're going to calculate the z-scores for each of these. Further, we would do x, which is our given score, take 27.9, which is the mean of the distribution, divided by 7, equals 36. Take 27.9 divided by 7. One sec.